The seals have been broken, and the devils are here. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Concerto on Nocturne, our Vampire the Masquerade actual play of extended awesomeness. If you're here, you are here for a hell of a time tonight because it's ramping up pretty intensely to something crazy coming along very soon. So I hope you're strapped in, ready to go, got your snacks, got all your things ready, because we're going to get into the show as soon as we get done with some announcements and some shout-outs. That's it on announcements and shout-outs. Let's get into tonight's game! It is... Ooh, it's ultra crazy. Tonight is the penultimate episode of the season, everybody. Penultimate episode of the season.
Pineapple.
It's...
Pineapple pen.
Pineapple?
Okay, we got it all out now.
You got it all out now.
We woke it up, and now we'll get the rest out later.
Yeah, it's about to get real fucking bad.
It is tonight. Tonight is the penultimate episode of the season. So strap in, folks. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be interesting. The coteries in a bit of a spot. Let's find out what's gonna happen on tonight's episode of Concerto on Nocturne. Tonight's episode 27, entitled "Blood Blends in Mortar." We're at a stop sign as a fire truck wails past, lights going off to the right, the orange glow above the different squat houses of Valley Stream. Liz driving. Delia sitting shotgun. And JD in the back seat, awkwardly taking up that middle position where nobody actually sits, but for some reason, JD likes sitting there.
It's cinematic.
And speaking
also,
of
am I still high off my arse? Is that still a thing that's happening?
Or is that the scene
over?
has concluded, so the effects of the Blood of Potency, anybody's Blood of Potencies, have resolved.
Awesome.
As the fire truck whizzes by, and Liz begins driving further.
Okay, so where am I taking us that's very, very, very far away from here?
Well, I do have some things that need
None
to
of those
pick...
are answers or words.
They're words. They're coming. So I need some things back from the apartment, but we're probably gonna have to go back out again too. So, like, if we go home, I need to get some things.
Couldn't we just pick things up on the way back to the condo?
No. There's some things that are personal items that I'll need. I mean, you could pick up the gasoline and the Sharpie markers and the master lock while we're out. We could probably stop at the gas station, right, for that? But we're gonna need
Gas is probably a good idea.
We're gonna need the wok burner, and that's in the kitchen. And I need my scale and the coconut vase in the hallway, and I do have a list, though, so I am prepared. There is a full, and she just starts like putting her face into the ginormous doctor's purse in her bag. It's like, it's in here.
Okay.
But
Oh, okay. But bag, just no. Bag is good. Bag is great. Okay, so no point living in the past. We should have grabbed the stuff before we left, but you know what? We can only move forward through the night, right, JD?
I think.
Okay, great. That's
For
what I love to
dramatic
hear.
irony, JD is currently in the past, right as you say there's no point living in the past. And is currently about the point of rehashing an old conversation where he's, I think, if for those, Delia might recognize it as, well, anyway, it's a lot more roomy without all the children here, as he's currently reliving a conversation from several episodes ago.
are you?
That's what I always say. Yep.
I think he's trying to rewind. She kind of
Do we
looks
need to
over
press
the
play?
chair. How do you know about my financing again?
No, I think you'll get that soon enough.
Oh my god, that's interesting. She leans over to Liz. If you, it's an exact conversation. This is the exact conversation we had when we were with Luke and Charlie, and we were walking through, and we had to clean our shoes, and I know where he is.
Oh, can you bring him back here by any chance? Because I kind of feel like there's a pressing concern that could see to his attention.
It is fair. The city's probably on fire.
Literally.
Unbuckle seatbelt, starts climbing into the backseat
Fourth
again.
shelf, 2 down, 3 found, 3 across from the right.
Okay.
God, that's so good.
It's gonna get us back to the condo then.
Yeah, we need to
see what you can do back there.
Yeah, you know what? We'll get the things from there. And then we'll deal with that where we have to go after. Anyway, she turns over to the JD.
Yeah.
Flipping the phone out again. Hey, friend.
I can hear you.
Yeah. Are you done?
For now, I think. That was weird.
It-
Okay, so I've only heard this tangentially from Curtis. What did I just drink?
Well, you drank it a while ago. It's been like hours now. That's not the point. I
Okay,
get it.
what
I'm
did I
sorry.
drink several hours ago? Sorry.
Welcome
that
back, by
felt
the way.
like 30 seconds. What did I drink several hours ago?
That's fair. That is my proof of concept. The same thing Liz drank as well. It is the proof that you have access, and everyone has access to that, without having to diablerize anyone. That's you. That's not me. That's you.
Arguably a bit too much you.
Oh no, never too much of a good thing.
So wait, hold on. You can do that without diablerizing people?
Exactly. That's what the idea that you need to consume others to get access to what we all have has been the greatest lie we've been fed and used to keep us in line.
JD, did we not mention that she's a genius? Because I feel like that probably should have come up by this point, actually. She's really quite fantastically smart. Unlike this asshole!
New York, yeah.
Yeah.
JD, well, I mean, no, but I kind of guessed from context clues, honestly. Also, I just thought that was a thing you did.
Well, it is, but the fact that I can make you do it too is what made me realize that there was something strange.
Oh, I was sorry. I wasn't referring to the whatever that was. I was talking about diablerie.
I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm a bit too. You never sucked blood out of a bloodsucker before? I mean, I
A
have.
lot. actually.
Wait, so I can't tell if you're insinuating that you frequently just
Stops car,
Take-
pulls over,
yeah.
turns back in seat.
Yes.
Are you
I'm
saying?
sorry, what?
Yeah. Are you saying that you yourself frequently commit this act willy-nilly and no one yells at you?
Okay. So, I would like to just say two statements here. One, if we are planning on utterly inverting the entirety of New York's access to whatever this is, Curtis probably trusts you, so I'm going to take that on that faith. Two, I get paid with that.
Oh, you've been benefiting from
That's
the
an
currency
option?
of control. That's lovely.
I didn't know it was that, but that's also how I live. So
Wait.
Wait. Okay, admit. Hi. I'm new. Hi.
Hi.
My name is Elizabeth. I'm new here.
Yeah, we
you
met
get paid in
20 minutes ago?
other. Oh my god. Focus. You were here with me. Remember, fucking Piano Man. You get paid in other vampires' blood. My blinkers are on. Go around. Dick.
Yeah.
How? Bad blood.
Stare at Delia in disbelief and confusion.
No. You can't have bagged blood, can you?
No.
Oh shit.
Oh, how high did I take you up from that? Oh, I am so sorry for not. Oh, that could have been bad. Okay, so
Takes all types, I
You-
suppose.
are higher on the proverbial castle than some people, and therefore you require more to sustain.
Okay. Sorry. What ladder, castle, etc. are we talking about exactly?
You weren't there with the whiteboard.
Lysander has explained some of this. Some of it has made sense occasionally.
That's impressive. He seems
You're
a
gonna
little
want to cliff
hit or
notes it
miss.
for him.
He's got some lucid periods occasionally, and when he's not talking about, what was it this time, Florida land in 1920. You know.
You have less doors to open to access what you need.
How many doors are between people generally?
Depends on how many generations between who embrace them and
Okay.
whatever we consider to be the source of our
We'll say
condition.
12 to 14.
So I have like 7 doors?
Oh,
Yeah, they're very cute, but yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Delia can easily work that
yeah,
out.
that explains why you need to be paid. And you know what? I don't need to know if that's consensual from what you're getting it from. That's not my business. She shifts a little
concerning though it
closer.
may be, yeah, it's...
JD just goes, angel food cake.
Oh my god, that disgusting family. Okay. Wait,
I'm pulling the car
you were getting
over
ice
again.
cream this entire time?
Depends on the day. Angel food cake, Nazi Haagen-Dazs.
They were only
You were feeding off of the popsicles? The fucking...
I mean,
You know what? They probably deserve it.
Curtis did make it super not obvious. He did pick me up in the truck the last time I was with y'all.
I'm
You-
learning a lot about the people I work with and finding that I probably should be working with different people. But that's okay. We're all learning a lot today.
If you've been feeding off them repetitively in these last couple months, have you taken precautions?
Yeah, are you wearing a condom?
Not right now. That
Sorry,
seems
cutting it with
uncomfortable.
humor again.
Fair. Like what?
Well, I mean, we've already run into people who thought they were persona non grata, and then therefore their blood bonds wouldn't be a problem, and then here we are with Tall Dark and shooting everybody. So do you have to...
Hang on a second. This is fucking weird, because I just realized I read your aura back at the apartment of... Sorry, not sorry about that again. You just showed up all blue and hazy. Usually, Delia, I don't know how often you look at people's auras. God, that's a sentence I just said.
I photographed
But usually if there's diablerie, like, it's got, like, this tendrily, swirly, gooey, like, black, infectious... I did not pick that up on you at all.
No, wait, you can't be...
I will...
Oh, you're gonna look again.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll pop a aura perception, why not? And then get my dice, which I definitely didn't forget to get ready. Because they're still all set up for Cortex.
That's a mood.
God.
Feel that immensely.
Sorry, I fucked that up. All right, there we go. Dice. I believe, check my notes on which ones I rolled for aura perception. Intelligence was one of them. And... frick, I still have... Empathy wrote down, but empathy's not one of the things in this.
I believe it's insight?
Insight sounds right, yeah. So let me
Yeah,
change
I
that
think you
note.
have to. Does it roll against something I have? Is it composure?
Subtracts your composure.
Is that a thing I have to do, or like if I'm openly letting someone do it, is that a problem?
If
Or how
you
does that
wish,
work?
I will allow you to be... If you wish to relinquish, to relent, I will allow the difficulty to be waived. You still have to attempt it to look.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
But if he
I
wants... If JD wants to kind of let his aura be perceived naturally,
Yeah, that's fine.
then don't worry about
Okay.
the difficulty. Just roll it flat.
All right, well, just stay there and be your usual cute self, and many successes. Hang on. Oh God. And not one on the blood die. Yay.
Good.
And yet,
God, it's like
that could always be fun.
It's true.
that's 6 before I even start re-rolling dice.
Punch it, Chewie.
7.
Jeez.
7 successes.
7 successes.
As I kind of reach back over the seat, pull down the glasses, and just like stare dish plate eyed.
Do you have your
Into
aura
their soul.
signifier little legend ready?
Oh, frick, I'm the worst.
I have the list if
Uh,
you want to give me colors, and I can say what they are.
Please, yeah, because you'll do that faster than I
Yeah,
can.
if you
get to
got
the
them
book.
ready too.
I
You
got
want to
you, yeah.
read them off. I don't have to guess at it. Pick your auras.
Oh, okay. Cool, we can do
Oh.
that.
Because Liz gets the full kaleidoscope. Essentially, every success relates to one color. So I would say
Okay.
every...
7?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So you can describe this rainbow sherbet of your fucking aura as you see fit.
Okay. Wow, that's... I don't think there's enough colors here for that.
As many as you want.
Okay, yeah, I think, so
There we go. found
you
it.
get the light blue from before, right? And if you have the
Mhm.
list, I'm just gonna give you the colors. You get the
Yep.
light blue from before,
Uh-huh.
with but now you can sort of see there's sort of twisting black veins spread throughout the blue, kind of like when someone their blood is a little under oxygenated, and it's just that kind of pale sort of pulsing is in there as well.
Yeah.
There is a touch, just like an old touch of yellow, almost like faded paint, as if it's
Oh.
used to be there and is dropping slowly.
Buddy.
With a sort of light green shimmer, and underneath it all, just sort of a very light but kind of spread thin brown.
Oh, buddy. Oh, there it is. Jesus, you're lit up like a rainbow coalition right now.
So,
You've had a hard time of it, huh?
Sometimes.
Wait, so if you really did
Just
diablerize them, how
it's faint, but it's there.
how are they still up and walking then? As far as I understand, you have to consume them wholly, not just their vitae, but their entire
Okay.
person.
Well,
Yeah.
it's okay. So I guess in that case, that's not a thing. I haven't like completely drank them, but I drink them often enough. So
That makes more
it's
sense. So
yeah.
then you're still you.
Like I know what they taste like.
How? Sorry, personal question. I will admit, I'm having a weird fucking night here, and the traffic is a goddamn nightmare. How long have you been a vamp? Do you even know how long you've been a vampire? Actually, for that
Yeah.
matter.
So that's
Yeah.
easy.
How long?
4 years. In chronological time.
Some
In
people
subjective time?
It changes based on the day.
you just live more than some people. That's all, and more intensely.
It looks like it's leaving a bit of a. How do I put this? I'm sorry. Like, whatever's going on in your life that broke all of this. Sorry. You used to be something very different, and now. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. This has gotten into some invasion of privacy territory. I just realized this stuff just comes out of my mouth when I can see how.
Most of that happened
Unbelievably-
before I was a vampire.
Oh. Well, it's still there. So,
Yeah, well,
I mean, not to tell you your business, but hang on to some of that, huh? That aspirational. Whatever it is you're looking for.
and
Keep looking
JD
for it.
just kind of. That's what this is for.
I get costumes.
It helps.
Just be really careful about. I mean, anybody else who can do this, they're not gonna see all this wonderful like. Oh yes, he's so very bitter and brooding. They're gonna be like, black veins, just help, and then
Well,
it's bad. Trust me, I've seen it. It's not good.
if they didn't get bitter and brooding from the whole PI image, well, I think I've failed at acting personally. So I'll have to do better on that one.
I mean, the good news is, considering the blood hunt, no one should really be too worried about whatever remnants you have for now, right? There's certain rules that get tossed to the side, at least for the next month, if no one finds that hole we just dropped him into.
Well, with any luck with your plan, we won't have to do this for another month. Although the traffic is going to keep us here for another month.
Yeah, well, that's New York.
So what was the destination you were trying to get to first? Were you trying to go back to the...
Haven.
You're going straight to the Haven. Okay.
Oh, I want to get her to get all of her tools, and then we are going out and just boom, boom, boom down the line.
Going
whatever she
shopping.
needs.
In this conversation, during this entire time, you have made it back to the Haven and have been able to take the garage elevator up to your floor, and you have made it into your Haven proper, allowing Delia to, well, the door opens to the Haven, the three of you enter in.
Ooh, okay. I've prepared lists for everybody so we could be as efficient as possible. She grabs 3 versions of the same slip of paper that are written on the back of a CVS receipt. Here you go. Here you go. Okay, Easter egg hunt. We have lots of things to get from the apartment, and whoever gets the most, congratulations. That's about all I've got. And she just starts running around the apartment. You'll find a list of items. We need 1 4-pack of oil-based Sharpie markers. There's an asterisk that says oil-based will deal better with the concrete. We require a scale. The weight set behind the cabinet in the shoebox with Laurel's photo. A master lock. Face mask protection. The hallway coconut. A jet engine. There's also an asterisk there that says substitute with wok burner and propane tank do not forget propane tank. Cast iron Dutch oven. My purse wing. The ley line maps. Barbecue rack. And a thing of gasoline.
Well, I own a mask.
I
Okay,
thought
let's
my
get to it
lists were
then.
weird.
Somehow, someone thought I was a venture once. You
I
wouldn't be
sense
the
I'm
first.
missing a joke.
Yeah, it'd be really weird if you kept screwing up Venture and Tremere your entire life to the point that at one point you're trying to make a really funny joke in chat and you completely screw it up and now you feel like kind of a jackass.
No, in game, people have mistaken Delia for Venture before. It's fine.
Oh!
That makes it even better.
I
actually.
too was missing a joke.
Yeah. There you go. You were part of the joke.
Alright.
A Zamitzi confused the Tremere for a Ventru to give you that much.
Oof.
That's it.
You can't trust the Beatsy. They're not a very, they're always shifting between things. Hey.
I vaguely resent that.
They're more trans than I am. Alright, so I'm gonna kick on celerity and gather up as much of this shit as quickly as possible that is like the stuff that's here in the apartment.
Oh, damn.
You a cheater. I love it.
Okay.
JD is spending the time making sure that there isn't, like, for example, an incoming Molotov.
Oh, you say that as if it hasn't happened before.
Oh no, I say that knowing full well it'll probably happen again.
Wait, hang on. I grab JD by the shoulder. Do you actually know if that's going to happen again in the near future? Serious question between concerned parties.
3075.
I'm gonna go find the Dutch oven.
Using Liz's celerity to gather up the appropriate accoutrement. Let's... So give me the list again, and I'll tell you if it's in the apartment. In the Haven at this point.
4-pack base of oil Sharpie markers.
Nope.
Scale.
Yes.
The weight set in my cabinet.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
very much there.
Yeah. A master lock.
No.
Face protection.
Yes.
The hallway coconut.
Very much so.
No. What?
Coconuts! Jet engine.
Well, Delia does have a high-powered walk burner, and I don't know if anybody else is familiar with the way these work. They're actually directed flame. They're pretty close to being a fucking jet engine underneath.
They're neat.
I love them. I want one, but
It's gonna give me some stress.
Yeah, Conry, please tell me how I don't know what a walk burner is.
Super chat.
I'm just kidding.
It's got a conical top, and it forces enough fire through it that you can literally hear it spitting air pressure. Love you, Ramasa. You piece of shit.
So we're putting down in air quotes jet engine as a yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is something
Okay.
in the but the propane tank is light.
Shit.
Gotta get more.
Cast iron Dutch oven.
You have that.
The purse wing.
You of course have that.
Yes. Barbecue rack.
That can be liberated.
Oh, from like the balcony over.
Yes.
Liz gets out there, squints, looks across, just walks back in holding it. Don't ask.
We don't have a barbecue. That's interesting.
Yeah, weird, huh? Just out there. Anyway.
And gasoline.
You'll have to pick that up as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Or we can siphon it from the car.
Or we could just get some from a gas station, JD.
Well, we do need.
We need the gasoline in the car to drive the car.
Well, we could take it from someone else's car, but if we're gonna have to stop off and get the Sharpie markers in the lock still anyway, we could just also not siphon our gasoline from a car.
I'm gonna say no on the siphoning the gasoline. Let's go pick up some markers and locks, and I can't wait to see what wonderful what you're gonna make with this, because let me tell you, I've been to some parties and. Whew,
Do we have the ley line maps?
Yes.
Okay.
That's something Delia would have had on hand. So now, normally getting all of these things together would take at least a half an hour. With Liz's celerity help, it takes all of 10 minutes.
See, this is exactly why I thought we were going to do this tomorrow. I didn't think we were going to do this all in one night, but I did not calculate that in.
barbecue rack.
Do you have barbecues? That seems counterproductive
Nope.
and or dangerous.
Dutch oven.
Can you, like, run that all into the car, too?
What am I, a pack mule?
JD picks up the barbecue rack unhelpfully.
Oh,
Got
thank you,
one.
JD.
Got one.
Got one.
My hero. We can put it all in a bag, and then we can take the bag down to the car. Or we can put some of this in a bag. You've got all kinds of bags, right? You love bags.
I appreciate the utility of a sizable pouch.
Yeah.
I don't...
Delia's
Yes.
definitely the kind of person that has the laundry dolly. If you know the
Yup.
metal
Yep.
extendable, like kick
Mhm.
down the thing dolly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Delia definitely has a portable dolly in the house. So bungee cords and
Oh, definitely bungee cords.
bungee cords, a little bit of duct tape, and some Tetris action later.
We'll bring the duct tape with us, too. You never know if
Yeah.
you're going to need that.
Well, I
It's true.
assume scissors and
Again,
duct tape
I've been
were
to some
also-
parties, so
Usually in her bag. That's fair.
After a few moments of that, you're able to strap it all in to the little dolly and get them out. And back into the car and off in the direction of a gas station.
nearest gas station, whatever you got.
Well, you might want to tell them where you're going so that you can
Yeah.
stop off on the way.
On the way.
What do you mean on the way?
Well, yeah, we gotta. I
Where
told
are
you
we
we had
going?
to go back out to a location. We can't. I can't do this in my lab.
Well, no, yeah, but I mean, just like, look, we're okay. Yes. Where else are we going after we do this? After we get the stuff?
Queens?
Okay, where?
Going to fucking Queens.
We're going back to Queens
Why are we going to Queens?
because that's where the World's
Where
Fair
in
took place.
Oh.
All right. I like this plan, and I'm excited to be a part of it. I'm going to fucking Queens. Let's put some fucking Queens on.
I can't tell if you're disassociating,
Google.
but it's all right.
Play Sheer Heart Attack. Let's go.
Oh, I'm worried for you, but I'm very excited about this enthusiasm.
It's a Queen album. We're going to Queens. We're listening to a fucking Queen album while we do it.
That's why. No, you're the driver. It's
Because
the
we're
rule.
stone cold crazy right now, all right?
Turn it down a little so I can hear if someone tries to run us over.
Turns it up.
Okay. Our funeral.
I don't think.
Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last.
Oh, I was about to say I don't think anyone's gonna show up to that. Is it still a funeral if no one shows up?
I need
And on that note,
some rolls
Shit.
as you're driving.
Yep.
Wits, awareness, please.
Cool.
Wits and awareness. Be cool, hunger die.
Ooh, same hunger die. Hello, hunger die.
Yeah. Oh.
This is not a heightened
is in a
census
place.
situation, I would like to point out.
It New York it
Oh,
loud.
okay, good to know. Thank you for
Yeah.
telling me that before I did that. Any difficulty?
2.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I've inherited Charlie's curse.
Dealer? Oh, no.
Denied.
Okay.
4.
4.
Thank you. Thank you.
Damn, JD.
JD,
That's where my stats are.
this is helpful because
Shit.
JD's in the back seat.
Oh, okay.
You know what? You guys role play the drive a little bit. I'm gonna send you what JD sees.
Shit. Okay. Cool. So why? I assuming this is a metaphysical thing. I
No.
don't know much. Oh no, that's JD to Delia.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Sorry. Thought you were talking about the role.
No, you're gonna tell me. I don't need to make guesses at it. It's fine.
Well, yeah. Liz, I don't want to insinuate your age, but you were probably alive for the Second World Fair, right?
Built-in remedy for Khrushchev and Kennedy, and anytime an invitation you can't decline.
Okay.
When was the last time it was in New York? I thought the recent was like Dubai.
Honey, I got embraced in the 80s.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just assumed. I need to stop assuming that people are as old as me.
Wow, I didn't think I looked that bad, but all right.
No, we don't. No, that's not.
I'm kidding. I am yanking your chain because I'm really nervous about dying final death tonight.
Well, the fair was in the 30s and then also the 60s in New York. Well, it was.
Yeah, no. In the 60s, I was being a squirt in Oklahoma.
Oh.
I was not born.
No,
Fair.
Oklahoma.
Do they go over this in history at all?
Mostly they forgot
It's cute
about
that you
it.
think they have history books in Oklahoma.
Oh my.
Sorry, what was that, JD?
No, I'm just thinking about. Nope, haven't learned. Well, I think Lysander invested in one of them.
Well, the World's Fair was erected in the 30s. It was revisited again in the 60s, and it is like a testament to our ability to continue to look towards tomorrow, even in the face of monumental war or sorrow. It's always been a perfect testament to moving forward. So, and I mean, I haven't been to the Tent of Tomorrow in a really long time, and I'm really curious to see how it stood up.
You were too cute, and it ought to be outlawed. But I like it.
Why would you outlaw that?
That's a compliment, honey.
Thank you.
Hey,
I'm trying to say you're dynamite with a laser beam.
Hey, so I don't know if anyone else has a seatbelt on, but I would recommend putting one on.
Ooh, always. You do not get in a car while I'm driving not wearing a seatbelt.
Cool. So right as we got on to the bridge, we're on the lower deck right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like where this is going.
And right as we got on the bridge, the sign went from closed upper to closed lower. So, just a heads up.
Reaches over, locks door.
You notice you are driving on the Queensboro Bridge on the lower portion. The upper area where tractor trailers usually drive. The sign said closed upper, meaning that traffic would be diverted to the lower deck.
The lower decks.
But now, as JD is pointing this out, you're noticing there aren't many other vehicles on the lower portion of the bridge around you. JD does notice 6 lights behind you, though.
Okay.
6 independent lights that are kind of moving forward in a 3x3 pattern up behind.
Don't mean to alarm anybody, but I've seen this movie.
Wait, like you saw it? How's it end?
Well, I'm not Keanu Reeves, so probably a little differently.
There must have been a misinterpretation here.
No, I meant an actual movie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's no. I get how it's confusing. I get it.
Okay, either
JD
I get the
rolls down the window.
Oh, okay.
Just
Okay.
reaches over to the fucking phone that she's got plugged into the car, just flips ahead 2 tracks, so it's playing Stone Cold Crazy, and then turns the volume down ever so slightly.
And with that, I'm gonna need initiative from everybody.
Christ.
Okay.
How does that work again? Because I don't think I've actually rolled initiative on the
Roll
show.
a singular d10
Okay.
and add. Let me just get the quick calculation for.
Dex and composure?
I think it's the lower of your dex, or just adding them together. Hold on one second.
I believe it's adding them together from my notes, but I've
Yeah.
been wrong before.
Defense is that. Dex plus composure. Yeah.
It's supposed to be. Okay.
Do I have an? You know what? I'm gonna be initiative czar tonight.
Oh.
I got it for myself
Either
right
way.
here.
Sure. I'm happy to take on that burden if you wish, but by all means.
Okay.
This is why I put some points in drive before we started.
HKC1.
Probably for the best.
Sitting on 17 XP, and well, now we know the rest.
Yeah, probably for the best. Okay. This would be a great time to remember what the heck all of my new abilities do.
Did they boil people inside out like a hot dog? Because let me tell you, this one over here has got a great one. I'd love for it to be a twofer.
We are not hooking me into a super soaker.
It was one, I'm glad you actually know what a super soaker is, and two, it was just an idea, Delia. I thought you were a woman of science. You wanted
What's a
to
super
try new
soaker?
ideas. Me on a good Saturday night.
Anybody over 10?
I'm exactly 10. Ooh.
What's JD got?
11.
An 11.
11.
Thank God. Oh, shit.
Delia's an 11.
10.
Delia's a 10. JD
Yeah.
is an 11. And what is Liz's?
9!
9! I love when we cascade. It's just...
That's good.
Just boop, boop, boop.
All right. Well, you have seized the initiative.
Oh, okay.
Because
Oh,
you definitely did 11, 10, 9. They did 7, 6, 5.
Oh,
Good.
that's great.
that's
Nice.
always
Love to
satisfying.
see it.
Good grouping.
Yeah.
All right.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Let's start off with this. You guys got 3 activations. Let's go.
Yeah.
We're just
I mean,
It's-
JD, I kind of feel like you
Ooh.
let us off here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. So I guess JD is just gonna do a shoot and see what happens because he's, I think more importantly, right? Like he's not the best at gun, but he uses the gun to gauge other people because especially if someone's put a bunch of human hit people on motorcycles to go kill them because they've manipulated a thing, that's one thing. If it's 6 kindred on motorcycles, that's an entirely different thing. So,
let's find out.
Science.
bang.
What kind of a
Um,
pistol is JD pointing out the window here?
For right now, standard 45. So just a
Okay.
Colt SAA.
You have
that's Dex firearm, right?
It is Dex firearms with a
Okay.
-2.
Cool. Hey, so I'm gonna pull a JD. Hey, Connery,
Yeah.
do there happen to be vampires on that motorcycle? Because I have the specialty against kindred that I'd like to know if I got to die.
I will say that the specialty only works once you have confirmation that you are attacking a kindred.
Fair enough.
I see.
That is someone who has been a GM for a while, right there. That was smooth.
Nice try.
Yeah.
Okay,
Skillful.
so gonna blood surge for that as well, I think.
That was
So
We've also got bonus die kicking around, I believe.
that was one person who's GM for a while against another person who's GM for a while, and there was a mutual understanding and shaking of hands.
Yeah.
it was mutual.
You know, it's
I'm
like-
going to suggest a fuckery, and you have absolute liberty to say "fuck you," and I go, "That's fair." So roll. I'm gonna rolling for hunger for this too.
Ooh, you're gonna boost. Blood
I'm
surge.
gonna boost. It's above a 6, right?
Yes.
Cool.
A 6
am-
or higher.
Okay, so I am solid 8, so that's fine.
Mhm.
Blood surge brings me back from 1 die to 4. Yay.
As JD rolls the window down, you can hear the high-pitched whine of sports-style motorcycles, their engines echoing off the interior of the bridge. That high... From
Hey, so how
behind.
does a messy critical work again?
You do something
How do?
as vampiric as possible.
Okay, how do I figure out whether or not the hunger die suggests I've done that?
If you roll a 10 on your hunger die, and then you re-roll it, and you get another 10.
Okay.
The timing on that alert.
Here comes the pain.
Okay. So that's 5 successes.
That's good.
How messy of a critical is it if I rolled a 10 twice?
On the hunger
after
die.
The initial hunger die. Yeah.
Please don't jump out of the car. Please don't jump out of the car. Please don't jump out of the car. Oh.
Yeah, messy crits create a complication.
Okay. Cool.
You achieve what you were doing, and it is fantastically, but it is as vampiric as possible. And I know just how to do it.
Okay, because I had a thought. If you
Oh,
are
if you have a very specific thing in mind, I'll take the offer and then maybe expand on it or let it go. Let's see what we got. What do you got?
okay, just I guess my question. So my question is, if JD smells a vampire back there, that is going to change how the bestial works for him, because he can't eat people for any particular reason other than he can.
Okay.
But if he does, rather than shoot the back, he's going to flip it, holster it underneath his shoulder, kick open the door, weight of the feather out to drift backwards in the gust, and then latch on to one of the cyclists to eat them.
Well, okay.
I can
like
just have
that.
him do that anyways.
I like that.
So,
It still has to be, you still have to perform the same action you said. It just amps up
okay.
the action.
cool.
But I do
Then
like
he
this
does that
idea.
and then shoots them in the head by once he's flying backwards and is perched on a motorcycle like some sort of weird Marvel movie. If that works for you.
Here we go. You hear a low rumble, and Liz sees a moment where JD has leaned out, and then a second JD leans into himself in this, like, flowing pattern. Like a repeating frame rate.
Oh, jeez.
Multiple JDs lean out and collapse into each other before you hear the door open. And without falling, JD kind of floats towards the pavement, the momentum keeping him just above the ground. As he gets to the line of motorcycles, grabs onto the wrist of one of them, pulls himself onto the back of the bike, shoves the gun into the side of the driver, and pulls the trigger. You see a flash and a spatter that coats the right leg of the nearby driver, because he ended up taking on the middle left. So the one on the driver's side left. As you see that bike start to kind of wobble a little bit and slow down. We will get to your next action.
That's, yep. Mm-hmm.
But I need to
Okay,
mark down.
picked the right Queen album. Very happy about it.
I need to mark down some health levels that were done.
Danny's gonna have a lot of cleanup to do after tonight.
So it's 5 damage you did? What's the damage of the
Yes.
pistol? 1?
I don't know how that works.
Okay, nope, I can do it quick. It was you were using the revolver?
Yeah, it's a 45.
Okay. I can get that real fucking quick.
Cool. I didn't see a chart.
I'm
at the
fairly
back,
sure-
Which is the thing I remembered, but
I'm using stats from the Chronicles setup, and I remember those numbers very handily. I believe a revolver is a +1, so whatever damage you roll, add 1 to it. So that means you did 6 damage.
Yep.
So that gets halved.
Oh. Oh.
All kindred take half damage to
I know, it's just
firearms.
that lets us know.
Yeah.
Excellent. One more tie.
Hooray.
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 Just want it. Yeah, I already have that shit. I don't need to do that. I was just looking for it to specifically find it, but I'm just going to say that that gives you a +1 equipment bonus.
Fair.
There's now 3. 3 bashing. Next activation.
You want to go next?
If you need to focus on, well, we're not driving. Well, we are, right? We're still.
driving. Yeah. Oh, not only are we driving, but one of us went EVA, so don't worry, I'm gonna have shit to do regardless. Which is why I wanted to give you an opportunity before I start doing shit with the car.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, I don't know. I honestly don't know what you would do in this situation. I'm really curious to find out.
Okay. Oh, okay. She undoes the seat belt, and goes over it, grabs the car door, closing it, but popping her head out the opened window. Oh, we don't have time for toy soldiers! And she's gonna try and move one of the bikes into each other to kind of domino of them.
Okay. All right. So this is going to be a contested. This is going to be a contested roll between your movement of the mind against their driving.
Ooh.
Cool.
I'm gonna say. All right. So please put together your movement of the mind die pool.
I'm gonna blood surge for this.
Okay.
Hungry.
Call.
Hungry.
So am I.
Oh, don't threaten me with a good time.
Stop going into the wrong set of dice, Connery.
Oh, I thought you were gonna yell at me again.
That's the Cortex dice,
Oh,
Connery.
you were gonna kick shame me.
Stop going into the wrong stream and saying this stuff. Later.
Okay.
What's my difficulty?
I'm gonna roll it now because it's contested.
Okay.
Five.
Could I tap into some
Yes.
bonus die?
Yes.
Yes?
Please.
How many?
Okay.
Please.
You
I'll
have
take
8.
I'll
Please.
take 3. Not fucking ground. I have to remove 5? Fuck. How dare. 3. Four.
4. All right.
Ideally, she's trying to fucking crush it into whatever's next to divert their path.
So there's 5 that are currently still moving forward at full speed. JD currently holding on to the back of the one that he weight of the feather floated onto before pulling the trigger into the side of it. So I'm assuming you want to hit the 2 on the side that are
Yes.
currently okay. So 2 on the
Especially
driver's side,
if
same
there's,
side. Gotcha.
So we're in the underpass. Is there the tunnel wall still, or is this
You're on the underside of the bridge.
The bridge.
So there's a lot of interior stuff. And on that side is the middle of the bridge. So pushing them in the direction of the middle of the bridge. So you're going to hit the one that is just to the interior of the outside.
okay?
And pushing them in. You hear a squeal as Delia, with her mind, grabs the front wheel and stops it dead and turns it sideways. The bike skids, does a front wheelie before turning L-wise, slamming 90 degrees onto the ground, and you see the Kindred rider bouncing off the front, off the pavement in front of the rider behind. I'm gonna have the other rider now attempt to avoid.
Fair.
Oh, he's gonna avoid. The guy on the ground isn't gonna like it.
Oh boy.
Sounds beautiful.
To avoid.
Have a bad day.
To avoid the tumbling blood hunt opportunist, we'll call him. The outside rider wheelies his bike, and the back wheel thumps off the midsection of the rider that hit the deck. This sport bike taking air for a couple of seconds before dropping back down, having a little bit of destabilization, but still keeping up. The one that fell, tumbling and rolling along the pavement. Next activation.
Oh yeah, good point. Ours is bigger. So
Gonna make a check for grounding.
They're behind us.
Mm-hmm.
If possible, as I'm in control of our vehicle, and it's not about to just be like, yeah, fucking T-bone the cart, shoot out the window like I'm the transporter. But if I could like pull up hard on the brakes and like I either want to try to get one of these bikes to like rear end into me, or if I can kind of try to get back next to them and like force them over to the edge of the bridge, basically try and turn the back butt of our car into a melee weapon against their bikes is what I'm trying to accomplish here.
Cool.
Okay. This is going to be an opposed drive test. So Dex drive.
Makes sense.
Dex drive.
Dex drive. Okay. I
Don't have drive,
how are
right?
we on bonus dice?
You got 5.
Yeah.
We have 5? I would love to take at least 2 of those.
There's probably going to be a difficulty, so you're going to need it.
By
Yeah,
the way,
Blood Surge
Chemical
too.
Brothers would be the proper soundtrack to this scene.
I mean, yes, but I already put on Stone Cold Crazy, so we're
All
listening
right.
to Queen.
That's true. Traveling to Queens.
For the
gonna
vampire
have...
LARPers, I knew it would be the Matrix soundtrack from the second movie right about now.
Listen, it's a rainy afternoon. I gotta blow a typhoon. I'm playing on my slide trombone.
Good.
All right. So, does this have a difficulty attached to it then?
No, this is just straight up opposed.
Because it's
We're
opposed.
face-to-face
Okay.
rolling here. Whoever gets the more dice
Okay.
will be the winner here.
Okay. Oh, profound sadness.
That was a roller coaster.
Willpower.
Yeah, you can willpower and re-roll 3 dice.
It's 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does one of them have to be my blood die?
You cannot re-roll blood dice.
Cool. Good. Anymore. Cannot take it anymore. I gotta get away from the stone cold floor. Fuck all.
Oh,
0.
Yufa.
I got nothing. On 6 dice and 3 rerolls.
Ooh.
Bup kiss.
I ended up with 5.
Yeah, great.
Cool.
So Liz slams on the brakes. There's a little bit of a fishtail moment. Delia, who is currently hanging out, gets thrown back into the car, into the back seat. As the bikes deftly swerve and end up, now that there's 4 of them left, making a perfect box around the outside of the car.
Which section of the box is JD in, out of curiosity?
JD's way in the back.
Oh,
JD's
right,
dealing with his guy.
Oh, there's 5 total. Got it.
No, there's 6 total bikes.
Didn't one go flying?
One went flying. Yeah, one went flying. So there's still 6 kindred.
Oh, yeah, well, that's fair.
You're currently riding on the back, pulling the trigger into the solar plexus of this guy on the bike in front of you.
Yep.
All right, it's time for me to use the Blood Hunt Kill Crew number 1.
That's.
You're welcome, everyone.
Yeah, yay.
We have
Only thing I
gasoline
did
in this
here was
car,
go
a propane tank. I'm just saying, delicate with the driving.
The 2 drivers in the back pull out in unison a pair of Mac 10s.
That sounds right.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep, that sounds right.
And aim them for the back tires. I'm gonna apply a difficulty to this. What is Liz's drive?
It's just a 2.
Then I will apply that as difficulty.
Oh, you do have points in drive. I thought you had nothing.
I do, yes.
Oh, okay.
No.
If you wish to blood surge,
like I
you
said,
can up that. You can basically double it for the
Alright.
turn.
Doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I didn't get any hungrier.
And because...
Or wait,
You-
no. I totally got hungrier. It's 6 or above. Shit.
Also, because you took a very specific vehicle from the garage, with a resources 5 Lincoln Town car, Danny's bug out car, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to apply another. Okay, so how many? So you roused.
Yeah, I have a drive of 2 and I roused.
Okay, so that's a 4 difficulty.
And
then I'm going to add a +1
Solid
equipment
tires.
bonus to that difficulty because
Damn.
there's run flats on this.
good.
Oh shit. I'm gonna thank
Those
Danny
good
later.
Solid tires in case of tire punctures or rogue
I'm
Mac
gonna
10s.
I'm going to spend some beast dice. I'm going to spend 2 beast dice so I can get this above 3 dice.
Fair.
All right.
One beast die would have gotten it above 3.
1 beast die would have gotten me 2-3.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. It was a greater.
1 success.
Ugh.
Damn it.
So a Lincoln Town car, I'm going to adjudicate, has a structural integrity of a 10.
Okay.
Okay.
This means
We're at 9.
it
now.
is now at 9.
Dig it. All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Making a note.
As you can hear
The sound of a die falling.
the
across
sound of a
floor.
die hitting the concrete floor. The telltale staccato of submachine gun fire and the the sound of the aluminum, the thin aluminum. No, it's not aluminum. It's what is the exterior of cars made now these days? I'm just fiberglass, pretty much.
Yeah, that sounds right.
You can hear it ricocheting off the interior. Oh, I'm gonna roll a d10 and see if it got into the trunk. You know, where the gasoline and the propane tank
That
are.
wouldn't fit in Delia's purse, so that makes sense. She can't
It did
be
not
holding
get
it.
into the trunk. As you hear
Great.
the bullets peppering the back of the car, Liz feels the left side get a little bit lower, but you haven't lost control. I have to get a die quickly. Hold on. Where'd you go? There you are.
Hello.
Hi.
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 I could hear the creak of your leather.
Leather asthma. That's what this channel's all about.
Oh, leather. I thought you said lover, and like I can hear the creak of your leather. I'm like, well, that's creepy. Appropriate,
Some
but creepy.
people have some like chronic disease and some.
Okay, I'm
injuries,
back.
Okay, like it's just.
Yeah.
Blood Hunt Kill Crew 2.
Oh.
Great.
The ones in the front are going to fire in at Liz.
Yup.
Okay. That's me. I'm driving car. Zoom zoom.
Did you say
Yup.
you?
9mm.
Zoom zoom.
But I still get to apply Liz's defense.
Hooray.
Now, you activated
So-
your celerity this turn, so that means you still have it. So you get to apply your celerity dots to your defense.
Okay, I was about to ask, yeah, if I can use celerity here, considering
You're also
I'm-
in cover, so
I'm kind
that's
of in a
going to
bucket
affect
seat.
my ability. So what's your celerity?
2.
2? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that removes 2. You are in half cover of a good car, so that's another 2.
Yay.
And now I'm going to roll my
Nice.
dice. First attack. It's going to be 1. And the other side... Nothing. Okay. The glass spider webs. As Glock 9mm start unloading in the direction of your windows. The driver's side window actually shatters, and a round makes it past and cuts right across the chest on Liz. Continuing on and not penetrating, but still causing at least 1 point of superficial there. That good old bashing stuff, because kindred bullets.
It's because
Meh.
you wore a bullseye on your chest, honey.
They're called breasts, and I worked very hard to get them.
Wow.
The other side, the bullets are... When bullets go through glass, they veer off drastically. Very rarely do they stay on course. They deform, they tumble, they do all this crazy stuff. The front seat becomes an absolute mess of broken glass and bullet traces going across that Delia can see from the back seat, crossing back and forth, embedding in the dashboard, in the seat, and in the door. Only one of them, though, finding purchase across Liz's chest. Now the third one.
Mm-hmm.
The driver all the way in the back that fell off his bike gets up and runs very fast over to the fallen bike, checks it, sees that Delia has literally bent the wheel well, and starts running after the cars. A shadowy streak underneath the lights of the Queensboro Bridge. The currently closed Queensboro Bridge. The other one, though, is going to try and throw JD off of him.
That checks out.
Get off my bike. Let's see here. This is going to be opposed.
Mm-hmm.
Strength Brawl.
Okay. Um,
And I'm gonna rouse for
I mean,
potence.
same. I don't have a brawl, so I assume I take one off for that, right?
Yep. Don't pick up any dice for that.
Cool, cool, cool. All right, well, let's see what happens. Oh. Can I use Weight of the Feather jankily?
That was a sentence.
You say
Well, 'cause I'm-
jankily?
Yeah, because I'm thinking about the way the physics of like grapples. That if he's trying to throw me off, JD, I'm thinking might use his like the lightning ability he has to move further and quicker in the grapple than the vampire thought he would have gone, and thus maintain a position of his own that's not it's off the bike, but not bad.
In this situation, I don't think it would be helpful because you're literally
Okay.
holding onto him to be on the bike. So you're in contact already, and lightning yourself would make you easier to move.
Yeah, I was asking if I can give up being on the bike to have a stronger position going forward if I going forward from here on.
So you want to basically land safely on the street, kind of go with the flow of the throw.
Yeah, because if he's trying to throw me off, he's like reaching back
Yeah.
and trying to pull.
So you're trying to get closer to the car.
So I'm trying to get thrown further, so I land either in front of him or closer to the car, but not on the motorcycle anymore.
The way I was imagining him grabbing you was actually grabbing you by the pistol arm and then just wrenching to the side, throwing forward and down.
Okay, gotcha.
So if you did that, you would actually tumble to the ground and you wouldn't take the impact damage of slamming to the concrete and bouncing off the concrete, but you would still be off the bike and behind the bike.
Fair enough. All right, in that case, I will not do that. I'll just try to stay on the bike.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, that's not off.
All right, what do you got?
Hold on. Just adding 4.
I only have 3.
Ha!
A lot of good all that potence did just now. Guy grabs for the wrist and goes to pull. JD, JD is able to slide a leg around one of the legs of the rider and grab closer from behind so that you're not getting completely hip tossed off. Well, if he did complete the hip toss, he would make himself go with it. So there's a moment of struggle and then a realization that, oh no, I don't want to get dumped off this. So he holds on.
Cool.
And that was his activation. So top of the action order here.
Awesome.
It is on to the
nice.
3 of you.
If anybody wants to do something before JD does, that's fine, because I am currently stuck on a motorbike doing whatever it is I'm doing back here.
Let's just say that I probably have the least combat efficacy of any of us, and again, I'm sort of representing our general platform situation. I'm okay being the follow-up to whichever of you goes.
Fair.
Out of curiosity, are there other, you said it was sparse down here. Are there any other cars at all?
There's no other cars, but make wits awareness tests.
That an everybody thing or just a Delia thing?
Wits awareness.
Okay.
No difficulty.
Only one.
That's fine. You know that just like everything else in New York, there is a perpetual state of repair and construction. So there is scaffolding overhead. There is hanging plastic tarp. There are road cones in the street along the interior. There are items if you wished. Because I know that's what you were thinking about.
Delia thinks MacGyver's real swell, and that ingenuity is just really admirable. Don't judge me. And also,
I got out of the car. I'm not judging. Like,
That's fair. But you were like
I
minor
got
link.
shot.
That was kind of
Badass.
messy crit actions, though. Like,
yeah, like again, not judging. I'm not thinking correctly.
the most
right now.
vampiric thing was, I need to shoot them. Let me get closer.
Yeah, drive me closer. I need to hit them with my gun.
My sword. Yeah.
What would you like to do?
So there's they're in front of us as well, so it's blocking any way we need
There's
to.
basically one at every tire.
Fucking tired.
They're not
Alright.
blocking in front of you.
Yeah.
They're 2 and 2 on either side. Basically, at the doors of each one, a little ahead and a little behind. They're even with the wheel wells of the car on the left and right.
Okay. If you're okay with me going, I'll try and give us some opening.
Yeah.
Please. Please.
Peering out from the window, scrambling across the back seat, she looks back out the window. Oh, no! And she pushes away. But as she does, she tosses herself back and she sees the tarp. Oh! And she's going to try and rip the tarp down and, like, bring it between the car and tangle them up into it.
You're going to try and wrap up the riders in the construction tarp.
It's very good.
I like that.
It's very good.
She's still
That's a lot.
laying in the back seat, holding the doctor's bed, like it's her life, staring up at it, like oh.
Through the moon roof in the back.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. It's going to be a... Again, this is not direct attacking. This is more of a weird situation, so it's going to be an opposed test again. There's no difficulty applied. Use your... gather up your movement of the mind. And then I'm going to oppose it with Dex and Drive.
Okay.
I'm going to apply a negative to this roll for them because... a difficulty to this roll for them because that's a big piece of tarp. It's hard to drive around.
It's coming from above. You never
It's coming
expect-
from above.
Even
like,
though that's where death should always come from.
we're going to final destination this. Let's see what happens.
Oh, wait, no. I'm going to use willpower.
Oh.
No.
Hell yeah.
I've got plenty. I've been
Boy.
speaking to a lot of my peers.
Good.
7.
Good.
What the shitting fuck?
Good.
Yeah.
Still an exceptional success. Because I only rolled 2. So that puts you at 5.
I didn't have to do any of that. I was scared. I was very scared.
Good.
No, this made it even more effective. Because before they would have had to slow down and adjust. I'm going to make an emergency roll here for this guy. Because we're going to see something quick.
My favorite moment of the night was just hearing that die go thump, thump-a-boom, thump-a-boom.
Oh,
Very
buddy.
fulfilling.
Very good.
Oh, buddy. Okay. You hear a completely different staccato this time. As the staples holding the tarp onto the wood scaffolding just like a set of buttons being ripped tear off the scaffolding and envelop the rider. It goes over the front of the bike, wraps around the front, and pulls him back so that he's actually pulled against the back of the bike. And that's when the most unfortunate happens. Because his hand gets caught in between the spokes of the back tire, and you hear a thud, and then the bike just careens, rotating and spinning towards the center aisle, where it slams into the guardrail and tumbles off into the inner workings of the bridge, smashing around and then slamming into the water below.
Yay. I'm helping.
Next activation. Who wants to follow that up?
Oh.
JD, you want to go?
Yeah, sure, I'll do it. So I think if you have heightened senses on from way the frack back down the bridge, you just hear a Olay, and JD with his leg already hooked around the other vampire, weight of the feathers, falls slightly off and around so he can get his other arm like past them, and pulls out a little thing I like to call a Thompson contender.
Oh no.
Connery knows what that is, clearly. For those of you who don't, it is a single-shot hunting pistol with interchangeable barrels, one of which can be a shotgun.
It's a breech-loading single-shot shotgun.
Yup.
That's a pistol.
And JD
Gotcha.
unloads a single dragon's breath round in the direction of the vampire in front of him.
Please mark down that you've used one of your shots of that.
Will do.
You've got 5.
Sounds good.
Well, now you've got 4.
Now I've got 4,
Started
yeah.
with 5.
So it's good if the blood hunt lasts for an entire month. You could use one once a week. But anything past that, and you're going to be all out.
Pretty much.
Use
yeah.
them all tonight. Use them all tonight.
them all
Use
tonight.
them all tonight.
Use them all tonight.
I've been shot. Use them all tonight.
Oh, this guy
Yeah.
doesn't have polarity. Okay, please.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Dex, firearms.
Blood surge.
So that adds another +1 to the equipment bonus. When you
Okay.
well, no, that gun specifically. Jesus, actually, that gun is a +3 normally. With the dragon's breath, it's another +1 on top of that. So whatever
it's
you
a +4.
roll, you're gonna add 4
Yep.
to auto successes.
Awesome. And then I'm gonna blood surge on top of that. So that's dexterity 2, firearms 2, blood surge 2 more, 3 more, 3 more.
Okay.
Numbers.
I promise he's not high still. This is just JD.
Look, you don't hear me complaining.
And he had no ability to properly defend against this.
7. You said, and then add +4?
And then add 4.
11.
And that's automatic aggravation.
Yep.
Okay, so Ryomasa, quick reminder: we're not playing Exalted.
Holy
Vampire.
Every game with me is exalted.
There is
Fair, checks out.
there is the sound.
Oh.
The sound that one would assume a 10-foot at the shoulder metallic hound would bark at. As this pistol fires. The gout of flame erupts across the chest. But the fire doesn't stop at the chest. Its cigarette burn chases across his entire body as ashes start to pour over JD, covering him in a immediately ashed kindred. And now I need JD to make a dex drive test to not just wipe out.
Nope, that's super fucking
as
fair.
as JD has to literally grab through the ashes of the expired kindred in front of him to grab on.
There's very little physical resistance in the way now. It's like reaching through a
That
cloud.
has to go in the trailer. We put that in the trailer of the movie.
1 success.
One success.
1 success.
In the rear view mirror.
Roll 11, set like 9 dice for that, and then roll 3 dice for not die.
Yeah.
Priorities.
Listen, if you can force 11 aggravated in one action.
Yeah, I'll take it.
So Liz sees just this gout of flame, and then JD. This is not graceful.
Nope.
This is about as like Revenge of the Nerds coordinated as you can get. As
No,
JD is just with ashes flying over his face and body, grabbing on and just blindly wiping at his face to get the ashes off so he can see where he's driving. But he can ride. And stays upright.
Johnny can ride, it turns
It's
out.
like that one freaking anime with the guy swimming, and it's just him drowning. And then
Golden Boy.
How's my swimming?
With the grace of Golden Boy trying to show off.
Yep.
Wow.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Good.
7 golden letters. All right. Liz, how are you going to top that?
Well, I mean, I've already got a hat, so I figure I get some nice black gloves. Glances up. Good, he's not dead. So,
Fair.
was it the driver's side window is blown out now, or like the windscreen is blown out?
No,
from
the driver's side and the passenger
shotgun?
side front windows are safety glass shards.
Okay. Then in that case, okay, don't have telekinesis, can't fucking defy gravity.
You
I've got
can
this
go in
gun.
people's heads.
I can go on people's heads if I can take a second to like focus in and stare on them. This is such a split-second thing that I don't think, unfortunately, that telepathy works right now. So no, this is not a time for auspex, alas. Later, however, so yeah, it's like, okay, JD's not dead. As I'm like rooting around into my purse and like, gun up, across arm out window, and I'm gonna just try and pop the dude on the driver's side front who just shot at me and ruin this shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So this is so you're firing at one of them that has celerity. So this is going to be a Dex
Of course.
firearms.
Yeah.
Your pistol is a 38, so it has no equipment bonus other than it would normally do lethal to humans.
Actually, there's a thought. If instead of shooting him, I try specifically to shoot the bike.
You can do that.
Not trying to get super fancy trick shot with it, just like messily aiming at the rear of his bike. Or actually, no, the front of his bike. Yes, messily aiming at the front of his bike.
How many points in drive does Liz have again?
2.
2? Yeah, it's very common knowledge to know that the gas reservoir for a motorcycle is literally right.
Back.
No, it's right
Or it's
in
underneath.
front.
Oh, it's in front. Okay.
Yeah, it's usually
Okay.
right in front of you. You hug it when you lean down, especially on those bikes.
That's right. Oh yeah, because the thing on the front. Yeah, sorry. It was last time I saw a motorcycle, very small.
Okay.
Yes, that's
Okay,
right.
we all haven't left our houses in a long time.
So you
It's
can
true.
fire literally right in front of them,
Ugh.
right between the knees.
All right. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm aiming for then.
All right. So now I'm going to apply what's essentially the hardness of the motorcycle, and these are sports bikes, so they're built with fiberglass, if that.
Yeah.
They're light. They're lightweight. They're meant for zooms. They're not
Kawasaki
known for
Ninja
their
Ride
armor.
motherfucker, Let's go.
So it's only going to be a -1 to this for your
Okay.
roll.
So pull one of these away. Excuse me. Let's blood surge. Let's do that.
Blood surge. Okay.
Fair.
Okay, that time I don't get hungrier. Thank Christ. So let's scoop up 2 more dice.
Yes. T
And
hardness.
I would very much like to burn 1 more of our bonus dice to get this up to 6.
Go for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
We have somewhere to be, and that
Yes.
also includes gasoline. So our night's looking dicey.
Ooh, yeah. After I shoot, I have a quick New Yorker question because I don't know anything about bridges. I live in Texas.
Okay.
How did
And
bridges
sometimes I just
work?
need to know New York things.
So
We don't-
sometimes the land dips down and there's a whole
Yeah.
lot of water. Not just a little bit, like
Uh-huh.
a lot of
Like
it.
a crick. Like a big crick.
More
Like a
than
real big
that.
crick.
Like three in a
Don't-
row.
Like Galveston. Okay, yeah.
Exactly.
It's like if you tied a bunch of rivers
What'd you roll?
together.
What'd you roll?
I got so Lake Travis is a thing. It's adorable. I got 1 success.
Okay.
Ooh. That's enough for gun.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna see what this does here, because
Gun.
you shot at a very specific location.
Cast gun.
Yes, I cast bullet.
Because I
Is it
like
like
the
gun
intensity
spell
of tonight's game. There is a... It takes a couple shots. But it's an automatic. A semi-automatic pistol.
Yeah, just keep squeezing.
A double action, the earliest form of semi-auto. There's a ricochet pang off the top before Liz drops her aim a little bit. There's a neat little bullet hole that the spraying gasoline from said bullet hole, the vapors catch on the spark from that shot. And the rider is immediately engulfed in flame. Now, contrary to popular
Right.
belief, when you shoot a motorcycle, when you shoot a gas tank, it does not explode. But gasoline vapor is extremely flammable.
Wow.
So there is a
It's a big
flash
fireball.
fire that Liz is going to have to make a Rostrek chest against.
Oh no.
Neat.
Oh, that's right. JD needs to make one of those
I've never
too.
had to do one of those.
How do I do that?
Let me double check
neat.
quick.
I thought
Is-
I was gonna be the reason you all were gonna be making this test tonight, and I'm real happy I'm not.
So this is a fear
still
frenzy
might
chest?
be,
The night
but
is
I'm
young.
also carrying fire.
I set him on fire with my little 38. Get it.
JD is like arms out on the handlebars trying to reload a single shot gun while he's driving a
Oh, gosh.
Kawasaki. Like
Yeah, I just got like wedge the gun up here in your neck while you're like trying to load the round. Just there we go.
Yep.
There's the index.
Luckily it's a breach and it just snaps shut.
Rostrek.
So you can just like whack it against your leg and it would close, but
Oh, good
it's
point.
complicated to
butchering
do
that
on a
one now.
motorcycle that you don't know how to
It's
drive.
not easy.
Uh,
Yeah. Wait, yeah,
Frenzy,
wait.
219.
Just realized.
JD's currently operating on bicycle principle, which is if you keep the handlebars pointed forward and lean forward, you'll probably be fine.
They want to throttle and it's worked. You gotta spin the thing to go.
Oh no, he knows that because that's what they do in movies. But that's about it.
Oh, okay.
he's
I
like
played Hang On, I'll be
he's
fine.
like yeah, he's like hand thing make bike go vroom. That's all I've got.
Okay.
All right, how do we make the angry scared of fire test?
It's a willpower test. Against with
Oh,
the
glad I spent one
difficulty
of those.
dictated by what you just experienced.
Okay,
So it's a
Okay.
negative
Is it
2. It's difficulty
dice
2.
equal to willpower? Is that how that works?
Yeah, just roll willpower.
Okay. And difficulty
But
2?
it's the difficulty is 2.
Okay.
And you just need one
Uh,
success
and
for
like-
this,
Yeah.
right?
Just one success to stave
Like
off any
everything
kind of
else,
Cool.
freak out.
and I include a
Good, because
I
I
include the
got
hunger
one.
die as part of this, right?
Liz though only has to deal with a 1.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, I get a dice back.
nice. I got a 1, so I'm very happy. It's
So
only
one success, you don't completely freak out.
Oh, thank goodness. 2 successes.
So there is the beast wells up in your chest and freaks out at the gout of flame. The rider, currently on that bike,
Has a bad day. Team.
does not contain
Okay.
the beast.
Yep.
And reacts in such a way, jumps, you see them actually jump off the motorcycle and throw the motorcycle with a feat of potence. Throws the motorcycle away, because the motorcycle is the one making the fire on him, and immediately starts patting himself down while running at full speed.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
Now has to spend a while running in absolute fear, until they can no longer receive the fire, or when the scene ends.
Well.
They're currently on fire, so I'm gonna just assume they're gone and they're just putting themselves out.
I was assuming they were driving off the bridge into the water below, personally. That's where I was at, but that's fair.
Get the fire away, throw, start patting self down while running away. Literally taking off the burning clothes, trying to strip in the middle of the street. Running past JD as JD rides forward, still coughing up ashes.
JD sees, I think, what is effectively a streaking vampire and goes, New York, and keeps driving.
Fucking Liz, like sees this goes down and starts to be like, what she says is like, yeah, this was Chanel, you piece of shit. But what comes out is,
So what's your bridge question?
okay, so when they're closed like this, do they have like little gateys that come down? Do they have like barricades or anything? Or is it just like a big X over the lane?
They essentially,
Like,
the way New York does it is there's a light that has an X over the lane that just directs you on to the next. So you like drive to a different part.
Okay.
So you go
I
up.
wasn't sure if there was like a railroad crossing like drop guard thing or something. Oh.
No. Hell, the toll booths don't even have that. You can just whoop right through a toll booth because it's easier to just take a picture of your license plate and give you a ticket that way than it is to bother stopping you and holding up traffic and all that shit. Just go.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, cool.
Gates.
Just making sure, because I don't know how long this bridge is or quite how fast we're going, and thinking about down the road as I continue to drive this car.
I see a few fellow New Yorkers who are chuckling at your naivete. Thank you for that.
It's not.
adorable.
We don't. Our bridges just have the one. You go over the bridge. There's no like over the bridge and yet under the bridge, but still above the water. It's just over bridge over water. That's all we
You
have.
never had a
here in
double-decker bridge?
Y'all have water?
Listen.
That's
motherfucker.
allowed?
Listen, motherfucker.
Next.
Austin's very green.
I'm in a big sass mood today, and I am sort of sorry.
Lake Travis exists. Google it.
All right. I need to count how
It's on
many.
the Colorado River.
There's two. But you're in Texas. All right. So there's one guy
It's on the
running.
Colorado River.
One guy smoked. One guy running. Two guys. Wait. I need to count
Nope.
downed riders
guys
right
smoked.
now.
Mm.
JD's guy that he took care of.
Yep.
Delia's
Running
got
man.
the one that drove off the bridge. Liz
Correct.
has the one running for the hills.
Mm.
So that means I have two on the right side of the car, two on the passenger side of the car, and the
running
one
man.
on foot behind JD.
Great.
Yep.
Fantastic. The one on foot is going to try and catch JD.
Yeah, of
So
course.
I need an opposed dex drive.
Okay.
Give me my bike. Give me back my bike.
Dex drive versus distance running.
Versus dex athletics plus celerity.
Okay, well, Dex plus drive plus blood surge. Fuck you. I'm probably not going to beat this anyway, but that's okay. Well, that's not the worst.
Really?
4.
Really? Really? All right.
Okay.
A trade. What'd you get?
4.
4. I got 1.
Okay. Cool.
JD can hear the rapid footsteps of a rather speedy, enhanced kindred. But JD is smart enough to figure out that turning this over here makes the engine go room more. And it's out of gear, but at least, it gets you going enough that you're starting to catch up with the car. And the guy behind you reaches to go grab for the back seat right when JD is like, oh! And just misses the back seat.
Which one of these does the huh?
As he just swings and misses and just keeps running.
Good.
Next to Delia, the passenger side back driver elbows into the window, smashes it open, and goes to reach for Delia as a person.
It's a terrible choice.
Oh yes, do it. Make the bug, turn him into a hot dog in a microwave. Go.
All right, he's gonna try and grapple Delia.
All right, someone
What's
didn't do
Delia's
their
defense?
research before they started attacking people. That's
You
for sure.
wanna touch me? She doesn't. She's gonna let them grab her.
Okay.
She just drops her purse, though. That's not coming with me.
He's starting to pull you out of the car. That's what he's doing.
I'll deal with it. It's fine.
So, in the turn, he is able to reach in. Liz hears the crash of the window, sees the arm go in, and starts to see Delia halfway out the window, getting pulled out of the car. Which then prompts Liz to look over at the passenger side to see the driver that's at the front of the car standing up on their seat and kicking the bike away as they leap for the open window, trying to jump into the passenger side window.
You motherfucker. Alrighty.
Let me... What's your drive? Your drive is a 2, so I'm going to apply that as a defense.
Me too. Mm-hmm.
This is going to be real bad if this doesn't work.
You hear that? That's the sound of breaking kayfabe.
I'm going to spend 1 point of willpower.
You do have beast dodges.
I know, I
Okay.
can't roll them after. Okay, got 1 success. The bike gets kicked away, skitters, and slams into the side rail. Liz sees this guy leave the bike, though, but it's one of those, like... You've watched your cat try to jump from a slippery surface onto...
Oh.
So it's just that... And no travel. Just
Good.
bike is gone, and he's not moving. But he gets his hands... And his hands are
Hanging out.
grabbing the... So all you can see is the top dome of the motorcycle helmet and the leather gloves holding on to the window as his feet are dragging and skipping off the ground, holding on to the open window on the door, trying to pull himself up. Top of the round.
Delia, you're dealing with a current situation. You want to take this one?
They're holding... They got a hand on me, right?
Yep, they're dragging you by the shirt. By the pineapple shirt.
How dare.
The disrespect.
This is my ask questions, get into trouble shirt. Delia, as she's getting grabbed and pawed at, she moves into it and hugs, rings her arms around them, And where if there's a helmet, she's looking roughly where the face is. Is this what you wanted? And she's gonna do Cauldron of Blood.
So I'm assuming a glove came off in that process?
I just need touch. So yeah, I could take the glove off, or if they're grabbing where my shirt is, you're still touching me.
They're covered. Their gloves are covered. You need to make skin contact. That's the
Okay,
thing.
then a glove can come off.
And you
I was gonna
can
say,
work it
also,
underneath the
face
collar.
is made of skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, down the back of the neck.
Please. So Delia's now sitting side saddle on the gas tank of this motorcycle and hugging the driver.
I want to go home and read
rider.
books. I want to go home and read books.
Oh, please roll Cauldron.
Or do anything. We're not being New York anymore.
Let me blood surge first.
Oh dear.
I am okay. Though
Cool.
I still have one added to the pool right now, so do.
All right, you have to apply. All right, so your difficulty is 3. It's a willpower test. Difficulty is 3, so remove 3 dice.
Okay. Have to use willpower.
Fair.
Someone better talk to me about things later. Six.
6.
Gee, okay, well,
Neato.
nice.
I'm taking the stains for
I like
this.
Delia.
Yeah,
Everything's got a cost.
take a stain on that.
Yeah.
You can see the steam coming out from underneath the jacket. Delia can see the blood pouring down the neck underneath the helmet as blacked out motorcycle helmets are not as blacked out as you think. If you're close, you can see into them. There's just a moment of and it just immediately becomes awash in red, the interior of the helmet. As there is choking. Delia needs to make a Dex athletics test.
Could I soften my fall with movement of the mind?
It's going to be a very difficult.
Well, I'm gonna
That
tell
would be
you,
much more difficult than what I was going to say your Dex athletics test is.
you say that, but I have 2 dots in Dex and nothing in athletics.
Okay, so it's going to be a. Normally it would have been a -2. This task is going to be a -4, but you're rolling movement
Yeah.
of the mind.
Because, okay, so that would have been a chance die. But if it's movement of the mind, and you said, what's the negative for movement of the mind?
4. Difficulty.
It's not a chance
4,
die anymore.
which means you can
we've got
spend
bonus
bonus
dice.
dice if you want. You have 6.
Do we want to? I mean,
But all of your bonus dice, what you've got, is go for. Do it.
Yep.
Don't.
Do
okay.
what you gotta do.
2 of us are mobile. I don't want you becoming like
Immobile.
fucking road rashed, and then like I mean, as much as I want JD to like come by and scoop you up, because that's
Scoop
great.
me!
I was planning on doing that, so, you know.
1 success.
The bike starts to teeter as the rider falls off, and there's a specific reaction you're not anticipating, because when you watch somebody tumble off of a bike, you tend to expect them to bounce bodily. You expect them to roll, to react as a single being. When this guy hits, it's like... Has anybody ever watched a trash bag fall while it's moving and tear open?
Mhm.
And you watch its mass kind of leave? as parts of this kindred's body are liquefying as a streak on the street. It maintains form mostly, but it looks like it's only the bones and sinew holding it together, as the blood and flesh just kind of streak out and get pulled from the clothes holding it together. Delia releases, throws 2 hands back, and levitates upward, keeping pace with the car as the motorcycle tumbles below her. Arms outstretched, legs pointed, hovering above the street. The momentum still carrying her along.
Someone please pick me up.
You're actually... she says that while she is 10 feet above the ground.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, never mind. Oh, Danny's gonna be so angry at us.
Next activation.
Christ.
So it's JD and Liz.
Yeah.
I'm planning on picking Delia up, so if you want to deal with the vampire that is the kitty hanging outside of your window, that seems like a reasonable choice.
As like all of that was going on, it's just like, and then the thump of that guy on the door. Why is nobody else driving the car right now? As I want to lean across the seat and jam my pistol, ideally, because this guy's like latched onto the friggin' door. I want to like jam my pistol here on one of his hands, or one of their hands, I guess I should say, and fucking pull the trigger until I don't have bullets in the gun anymore. Just trying to break the grip.
Okay.
So many bones. It's never gonna be the same.
You know, the hands. Yeah. There's the most bones in your hands. And when you break them, they never quite set right.
Delicate. Nope, they don't.
Okay, make a composure firearms test.
Oh, okay. Sweet. And difficulty?
This is, I'm using composure because you're trying to keep yourself calm and hit the target that you're trying to hit.
Yeah.
Totally. Difficulty is a 2 because of the size of the target.
Scoop that out. Alrighty. We're just gonna keep on blood surging, because I don't want to die tonight.
Yep.
Yatsy, that is a 6. Okay. So, scoop up 2 more dice. That's a 5. 5's respectable. And haha! Oh, fuck here. Get rid of that and that, but 2 successes.
How many successes?
2.
2?
Plus gun.
Managed 2.
All right. So, gun does... This is a 38. This only gives you access to lethal damage.
That's fair, that's fair.
Yeah, there is no plus gun.
So I'm going to have, as a response, I'm going to have him roll to see if he can hold on. As the hand just... As the rounds go through, it's... it's like an aggressive butcher swinging at meat with abandon. The bullets just tearing through the flesh of the delicate bone and flesh of the hand. You actually clip one of you clip the index finger at one point and just sever that entirely. The rest of the hand becoming a mess. The tendons delacing as it lets go, and I need to see what holds on.
The 2 different responses to horror movies.
Yeah. Yep. One,
ooh,
body horror. The other, ooh, body horror.
I gotta see it though.
The third one is, I wonder how they did that effect. That's me.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
We do that
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh yeah.
What did they
The
use?
other hand releases as Liz sees that and feels an immediate thump thump as he tumbled underneath the car. The tumbling form in the rearview mirror as Liz, looking back, is starting to get to the end of the bridge, can
Yeah.
see Delia hovering 10 feet above the pavement and JD riding up, looking like he just rode through a campfire.
Yeah,
That
it's
sounds
just,
right. Yeah.
Huh? Delia! Jenny!
Open the sunroof!
Next activation is JD.
JD.
If Delia looks like they're trying to get back in the car unassisted, JD is going to try and deal with the runny man. But if Delia is floating above the pavement,
She'll figure it
Panicking?
out. I think,
yeah, okay.
if not, it's a learned lesson.
Please scoop Delia!
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so JD is absolutely going to try and like scoop Delia back onto the back of the bike that he's on,
Okay.
dodging the currently rolling body from behind the car.
Not even going to have that be a roll, as JD
Okay.
is able to ride up underneath Delia and offer a seat on the back.
Thank you. She's slowly going to, and trying to pace out the speed of the bike.
Mm-hmm.
And then
As
grabs.
Delia lands and grabs on, you hear from behind. Now I need a Dex drive test.
Yeah.
Opposed Dex drive against athletics Dex and celerity.
Go again. Dex, drive, blood surge,
Wow, dice? Really?
hunger. Oh, okay.
Are you
I'm
Dara
a little bit
tonight?
more hungry.
Dara touched my dice before she left. It's the only explanation.
Trying to help us from afar.
Dara!
Instinctively.
Really?
Charlie. Charles! 3.
Oh. All right. What'd you get?
A 3.
You got 3. I got 1.
Cool.
A whopping 1. As Delia is able to look back and see this guy running at full speed again, jumping to grab, and the bike takes off, and this guy belly flops onto the pavement, trying to grab for the back of the bike.
Ooh.
At motorcycle speed? That's not good.
Tumbling and rolling.
Oh.
Whew.
As JD and Delia are able to make it away, leaving this guy ambulatory, but reduced in force strength since the beginning of this. Delia and JD are able to catch up to the town car. Do you stay on your motorcycle and take the motorcycle off to wherever you're going, or are you going to get back into the car, ditch the bike, and go?
I think JD is probably going to stay on the bike just because it's a little bit more open, and although it's a bit more of a headache, he can hear and see more, and he's pissed that he missed the first one.
Okay.
Delia's hands are still firmly wrapped into the coat. Okay, but please let me off this. I hate this.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely, sure.
And
And, like, we'll do the swap, I guess, off the bridge.
sorry for touching you with my hands.
It's okay, I didn't boil from the inside, it's fine.
It doesn't happen all the time. Everyone thinks it happens all the time.
I assume it doesn't, but I appreciate not doing it.
Once you're off the bridge, getting onto the shoulder with enough distance, you're able to do a quick swap. Delia getting into the front seat. Not able to roll the windows back up, but...
Ooh, just pushing the glass into the floor, you know.
The three of you make your way. You start taking the signs towards Flushing. Flushing, Queens.
Yep.
Specifically, Corona. Oh, Corona Park. That is where the World's Fair was held. You can see in the distance City Field rising up over the highways. You can see the baseball stadium that is City Field. You can see the tennis courts where the US Open is played nearby as well. And in the distance, you can see those two iconic, totally not flying saucers. That was a restaurant up there, I want to point out. There's a restaurant at the top of the world. Acting like a way marker, a beacon in the distance for you to follow. Corona Park is well maintained. It has enough nighttime activities that the gates aren't closed. There aren't really gates at Corona Park to keep people out. You just drive in, and most of the parking lots are what's gated. But no proper PI would be without bolt cutters. I'm assuming they're in the trunk with the rest.
Next to the Rapist Be Good bar.
Okay, for the last time, that's a tire iron for getting the tire off so that you can change your own tires.
Today I learned.
Actual friend
Yeah.
who referred to their tire iron as the pipe to beat away rapists with. And didn't know it was the tire iron.
Okay.
Yeah, my
well,
my
We
uncle
love a
gave this to me with the car. I think it was just for self-defense.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Sorry, chap. Thank you, Tsunami. Broke me a little bit. Good job. Well done. Christ.
Driving.
You're an adult now. Have a weapon.
Yeah. I wish.
You end up driving towards the World's Fairgrounds. You can see the large metallic globe sitting in this lonely expanse where once the world of tomorrow stood. Great pavilions were set up here where you could go in and see all of the new advances in technology that were coming to the world. All the beautiful things that were going to make American life better. Like the newest vacuum cleaners. Dishwashers.
Well, that was in the 30s. Come now. By the time it was the 60s, they had beautiful feats of computation on display.
Okay, if we're talking about the 60s, so in the 30s,
In the
they were
30s,
showing
we also had a
off home
fucking war to
amenities.
worry about, so there was a lot of clustering of talking about that.
In the 60s, there were things like they actually had computers on display for people to walk up and do simple mathematical computations and be wondered by how you could just ask a machine and it would give you a numerical answer. You had the newest cars that were in prototype phase that were designed to look as futuristic as possible. So lots of bubble glass for the way that the tops were.
Still cheated about the bubble glass, honestly. Just saying.
Put some fins on those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Off in the distance, you can see that there is a lot of construction going on in this area, too. There are trucks with park construction written onto the side. There seems to be some kind of rejuvenation project going on, as some of the different attractions, the rusting, decrepit, left the way it was since the 60s attractions, are being repainted, refurbished. They built the World's Fair as permanent structures and used them twice. Inside, you come to one of the parking lots where you can use JD's good old bolt cutters. Snap the chains on the gate, push them to the side, drive right on through. The pavement is not ideal. Cracked. Nature doing its best to reclaim the world of tomorrow from people and bring it back to its natural place. The paint is peeled where it hasn't been repainted, which stands in stark contrast to the American cheese yellow paint that has been put on to the structures. That's the actual name of the color.
It's true.
We looked it up.
I did.
American cheese yellow. As well as some blues to break it up.
Would hate to have it
Overhead,
overwhelm.
you can none of the street lamp, none of the parking lights are on. This area is dark, and you are the only ones present. A large circular building stands in front of you, the Grand Pavilion. Above you, a great spoked wheel dominates this open structure. It feels like an Art Deco Coliseum. A circus round with a suspended spoke wheel hanging overhead. Lights still installed from the original construction. Lights dating back to the 1930s hanging overhead. Cables and concrete poured in the 1930s as well. Stairs circle this great, almost skeletal structure with rusted away steps hanging loose off the twisted scoliosis metallic spines that lead into the rafters. Trees grasp back at the structure with nature's eager reclamation. All of this interrupted occasionally by a power washer and generator. A giant drum filled with washing liquid. Carts with paints and brushes and rollers. All equipment designed to push back that natural progress back to the green. You stand in the parking lot. Lights off. And 3 city dwellers experience something you don't experience that often. There is quiet and
Unless you
stillness.
live in a really rich house.
please, if you would.
So what are we doing?
In response to that, I recline the seat back, throw the empty gun onto the floorboard, and light a cigarette.
Are you okay?
Am I okay? I'm sorry, you'll have to forgive me, my ears aren't working super good after what just happened. Did you seriously just ask me if I'm okay?
Are you leaking? I'm expressing a concern for your well-being.
No,
Is it working?
Kind of.
Well, I'm not bleeding as much as I was earlier, and probably superficial.
Delia slowly, like,
JD,
cranes over Liz, picking up the necklace and moving it slightly to the side to examine where the cut went across. It's not.
Liz doesn't move.
It's not
She
that
just lets you
bad.
do this.
It's just.
She smokes.
Actually, Liz can get rid of that in an instant with a rouse test.
You're being dramatic about this.
Oh, no shit. Of course.
You're a fucking kindred.
Yeah, honey, you're being very dramatic.
JD just getting
that is a 6.
turning off the motorcycle.
So, no rouse, and the superficial damage box goes away. You actually see the flesh knitting itself back together, and just smear of red now across the décolletage is all that remains.
So I move my necklace back into place. It's less about the injury, and it is about what it represents. I can say, with absolute certainty at this point, that is the first time that's ever happened to me. And I really, really hope that it is the last time it ever happens to me. Are you two okay?
I think I lost a
Damn thing
glove.
back into shape.
This happens
Sorry
a
about
lot.
your glove.
What about you, JD?
Fine. This happens a lot.
JD looks like he just took a tumble through a fire pit.
Yeah. And it's like just like
JD, I think you're covered in one of them.
yeah.
I mean,
Well, let's get like 7 more. It's fine.
Okay.
hopefully everyone still
All right.
feels virulent enough to make donations tonight. And she kicks open the door and grabs her purse and starts dragging it off the seat to walk around towards the back trunk.
Nick, what? What?
Donations. I've already started leaking. You're asking about donations. Okay, it's like open
Taps
up
on
the
the
car door,
back
like
trunk.
fucking open up like a glass spilling out as I kick open the door, pull the trunk release, flop onto the top of the car, like leaning on it. Okay, you're a doctor. Do I still have adrenaline?
You know, I've actually thought about this a lot. I don't think our hormones work unless we want them to. Think about it. For us to actually engage in certain
So no. Okay, we
traditions.
don't have adrenaline anymore. Great.
No, I don't
So
think
I
we
don't know
do.
what I'm running on.
Well,
as Liz just walks to the front of the car,
it's your soul, honey.
sits down on the hood.
Okay.
Well, my soul's very frightened right now, dear. My soul would very much like to cling to this vessel for as long as it can. Just start kicking my legs.
Julia's
Can
struggling
we
to take the
rewind
propane
to the
tank out.
donation part? Because I still don't know what we're doing here.
Oh, she's probably just gonna suck our blood. Why not? It's the next thing that has to happen tonight. It's the one thing that hasn't happened to me tonight yet. Been shot at, I've touched a dead man's head, and spooned the prince, and then staked him and dropped him down to hole. Pretty sure I became a ghost for 20 seconds, had to deal with some fucking wannabe good fella. That was a lot of fun. Oh, and his army of the undead. Riddling this car with bullets was fucking, I don't know, a bunch of rejects from a Blade movie? This is great. Having a good time. Having a good time. Having a good time.
And JD waits for the echoed song to fade in the park.
And I just flop down onto the hood of the car and go silent.
Right, so donation.
Celia steps out from behind the trunk holding the propane tank in her arms awkwardly. Well, yeah, I mean, it's about everybody, and, you know, you both are connected in ways I'm not. It'll make it better, and I have to do this with you guys. I can't do it by myself. Physically, evolution has deemed me unequipped to have additional arms or the cognitive processes to run those additional arms. I'm gonna need help.
And help you shall have, Delia.
Okay.
I always was a sucker for a cute face. This isn't the most trouble one's ever gotten me into before, so sure. Why not? My arms are at your disposal.
Propane tank.
Categorically,
Okay.
that's a bad idea in my line of work, but I'm obliged to do it anyway.
Not really what I had in mind.
It was heavy, I thought.
It's very heavy, yes. Where am I taking this thing?
Well, we should unload the car and start bringing it in. We're gonna need to bring it into the main circle and,
Did anybody
Okay.
bring the cart?
Yeah, I'm sure we
Cut to
packed
the
it.
four of us just like...
Slowly lowering.
Unloading the trunk, getting all of the things onto the little hand cart that you took with you.
A generous DM.
Grabbing the
Yeah.
grocery bag of things that you picked up from the gas station on the way. The coterie makes its way into the structure. It's like standing in the rib cage of a long-forgotten giant. Surrounded by stands, all looking down at a central open space, cracked and disrupted by weed and grass. You can see that there is a map painted onto the ground. And you're kind of looking at it for a second, and you notice that that's a map of New York City.
Not just New York City.
New York State.
It's New York State.
Mm-hmm. A map of New York State. A massive map with highways marked and towns and every single Texaco station in the state at the time of 1960.
30s. This was
Oh, 30s. All of the Texaco stations that were constructed in the 1930s.
each mosaic is around I think like 400 pounds, and the restoration process is really going slowly because to move them it's monumental. It costs over $1 million just to put this stuff in, which was a lot more back then.
Why Texaco? I'm just like leaning, looking down.
Well, I mean, in this case, they're representing fuel, which for us is, you know, going to be a great multiplicative, like, property. And it has, like, a lifeline. Everyone goes through the area because we have gas, right? Well, at the time, it was just because it was the monopoly and they had a lot of money to present at the fair. But
there is a giant
lot more
sponsored by Texaco in one of the ocean spots.
But industry is a big part of what we thought tomorrow was going to have. So it's fine. And she slaps a wall on some of the concrete behind her where the red pinstripes are. They had projectors all around the first time where they were showing like movies of things. The entire place was a lot brighter. I'm not saying a lot because, you know, there was a war, and still, it was wonderful.
The whole time she's saying all of this, I just kind of want to walk past her to the wall and run my hand across it. And then I want to pop Spirit's Touch.
Oh, good. Good.
Oh.
Okay. That is a negative 2. because this is old but strong emotions.
Yeah. Let's see what I get. Nope. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no, 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 no. Be cool.
Oh.
I'm gonna need you to not come up a 0 again, okay, buddy? Fucking be cool.
Oh no.
Be cool, my guy. Be cool. Oh, thank Christ.
Aww.
So, shockingly, that's actually 5 successes, but it was very fucking nearly a bestial one
Messy.
again. God.
Liz Liz feels something that you don't notice you're missing until it's gone. Liz's heart beats. A solid 10 beats in a row as hope, joy, and wonder flood Liz's senses. All while tinged with a slight, ever so slight backdrop of fear. You can see flying cars. You can see maglev rails. You can see the home of tomorrow with a robot butler and a small robotic pet that you don't have to worry about feeding. It's just canine over there. All with the drumming goose step far in the distance, echoing and haunting these thoughts of hope and dream.
As I start to experience this, like my eyes kind of closed, and my hands just sort of lightly tracing down the concrete of the building, without looking, like I reach out with my other hand as if to like beckon to the other two, like holding out my hand as if like, here, take my hand, but doesn't say anything. Do either of you go for my hand? Either or both. Go for it. It's your call. You can leave me hanging.
You can absolutely go for it because JD is, I think, going to check with Conry and is currently doing something at the moment.
Oh.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
Conry, I'd like really quickly to do a quick question mark into how Malkavians work in the moment. Because I dropped a throwaway line earlier that I've now remembered that I just did, where JD posited that potentially, if he remembered correctly, Lysander had mentioned something about investing in this place back in the day.
He did.
And if it is close enough to a place that is important, would you say that the web gets a little weird?
I would.
Okay.
The thing is, it doesn't get uncontrollable. What I will allow you to do is make essentially a premonition roll.
Okay.
So this is going...
because, well, what I was doing was I wanted JD for a split moment, when he touches this, after a second, to play out Lysander for a hot minute.
I will allow that.
Okay.
So, I would like...
Cool.
Is Delia jumping in on this too?
Yeah, Delia, what is it? And she puts a hand along the shoulder blades of Liz and takes her hand. What's wrong?
The moment anybody grabs my hand, I would like to fire off telepathy because I want to put what I'm seeing in their head.
Oh,
Okay.
Cool.
By all means, no one's resisting. Make the spend the willpower point.
Okay.
For the sake of narrative, I'm going to just let this happen. This is nice.
Okay.
Please role play on.
Okay.
And yeah, like Liz still doesn't say anything. It's just it's that scene of everything she's seeing, just kind of like in the movie version of this in my head, it sort of like spreads out from where she's touching at the wall and then spreads to kind of surround like I said, anybody who grabs her hand, and she's just kind of trying to channel that feeling and that awe and that doing what she can to sort of bring Delia back to that moment in the 1960s.
Oh, you could take her further than that.
And,
Oh,
It's from the 30s.
or the 30s. Actually, yeah, I guess that's right. This is the 30s because you mentioned
It's
go
strange.
all the way back.
It's strange, but this answers the time-old question. Yes, the past is sepia-hued.
Good.
Because it's going
Oh.
through Liz's
Through it,
perception
yup.
of what the past was like. So everything is slightly desaturated as though it's on faded celluloid.
Toreador.
Toreador telepathy plus Malkavian time wobbly. is about
people
to be
think I'm
interesting.
mad.
So JD will like absolutely like, sort of like touch your hand.
JD, on the other hand, JD experiences the same moment, but with a little bit of the cobweb thrown in. JD sees it from Lysander's perspective. His sire. As his sire is walking... Back when Lysander used to leave the Brown Stone, Lysander was here. And this is where you may...
Okay.
As Delia and Liz start to come out of Liz's psychometry, JD's still there.
Yeah. JD walks up to behind where Delia is, taps her on the shoulders, and goes, "Jessica, what are you doing? We need to go the other way? There's something in that direction." Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're not Jessica.
No,
I am so sorry. I had you confused for someone else. I do this often. They tell me my memory's going, and it's a whole thing. But I do want to apologize for doing this.
It's okay.
I
Are you
don't
looking?
mean to make you uncomfortable.
You're looking for Jessica. What's she look like? I could.
Well, she looks spitting image of you, really. That's kind of why it was a little confusing, at least from the back. Not so much on the glasses, that one, but yes.
Delia's eyes dart over to Liz, kind of nervously. If you want, we could walk the grounds to see if we could find her.
No, it's good. I will find her eventually. She'll find me, really. But what do you think? What do you think of this place? You don't work here, do you? I don't want to be asking someone who works here.
No, I'm not here in any official capacity. Just enjoying.
Excellent, perfect. Then I want your unfiltered opinion. I want nothing held back. What do you think of the fair?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's the most beautiful display of rebellion I've ever seen.
That is good. I'm going to have beautiful displays of rebellion. That I will have to remember. Thank you. I will probably forget it, and I apologize, but it is a very pretty sentence, and I did want to put a capstone on that. If I could bother the two of you just a little bit longer, what does rebellion mean to you? Because it means many things to many people in different parts of the world, right? A rebellion in France is not the same as a rebellion in China, is not the same as a rebellion in Brazil. But I would like to know, there's usually a thread somewhere in there between the three that really has a similarity to it. And I want to see if I can find that thread in you. I understand this is a bit of an awkward question, and so I do apologize. And you feel free not to answer, and I will go wander off in search of something else. But
No, I think it's best if you don't wander off. Besides, I feel I may have brought this on myself. Sorry, Delia.
Well, Liz, what do you think?
What does rebellion mean to me? Oh, Rebellion by Elizabeth Mueller. Age. I walk over to the edge where we were looking down at the map before. Rebellion is. It's a fist. It's a fist over the head in the middle of an Olympic celebration. Rebellion is a brick held aloft while someone dressed up like Judy Garland fights off a cop. Rebellion is acting up and talking about how silence is death. Rebellion is noise and it's dancing. Rebellion is finding love in the arms of a stranger in the middle of an alley and at night. Rebellion is, a ball sack and pantyhose, a smell that you only get at a certain kind of club with a certain kind of people. Rebellion is a wig and eyeshadow and the ritual of lipstick.
I admit I only got about half of that, but I did get the bots of what you were talking about, so that is good. I really do love the imagery you've got going there. What about you? So what is your name? Because I've already messed up hers.
Do you
Ballsack and pantyhose. That's the one I'm talking to. Sorry.
Elizabeth Mueller. Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, that was your name at the... Got it. Okay. Sorry. Missed that. I am on track. No, wait. Didn't miss that. Thought it was coming at a different time. And you?
I'm Dolores Dietz.
Dolores Dietz. Pleasure to meet you, Dolores Dietz.
She offers a hand. I could give you my answer.
Do you need me to hold your hand for this? Okay.
And she holds Judy's hand firmly.
Yep.
Does anything in the world scare you?
Many, many things.
Think about them. Are you?
I'd prefer not to, but okay.
You should. And then she takes a deliberate step forward and holds and gives a squeeze to the hand. As if to, step forward with me.
Okay. And, alright. And he does.
That's it. It's moving forward, even though everything is terrifying. And sometimes you do it, and it's easier when you have people with you. She lets go of the hand. So, to tomorrow. Right? That's what we're here for.
And he smiles and says, thank you. Because if I am right, the two of you belong here more than anyone else I've met on this humid day. And he turns around and goes, Jessica! And then wanders off. JD wanders off 10 feet off to the left. And then stops, turns around and says, when you are back no? When you've returned here, remember that. And then JD turns, and the hand sort of falls mid-gesture.
In the 1930s, a man has a strange conversation with no one as everyone kind of avoids him. And now JD stands, Lysander gone, JD standing amongst the two of you.
Sorry, that was weird. Why does my throat hurt?
It's probably the air in here. This place hasn't exactly seen a vacuum cleaner in the last 4,000 years.
I think it's okay.
Adelia. Ready to light this place up again?
I'll get the Sharpie markers. And she walks over, starts.
As Delia starts to unearth things from her bag, there's a flicker and a fluorescent hum as the lights in this building still have power.
This is 100% true. There's a singular light that will turn on, and it's on during the day, too. If you go into the tent of tomorrow, it's in the middle of it. Just turns on. It stays on. It's the only light. It's this orange little light. It's real. You can go and see it today if you left your house in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Torador is like, art!
Checks out.
Check that!
Oh, good.
You also hear that the power is connected to something else.
No.
There's a little bit of a doom and static. And the crunch of old speakers from the 1930s click on. And there's silence but for that crunchy newspaper wrinkling static. But for a moment, before
What the fuck?
She fumbles for them.
And that is where we end tonight's game. I hope everybody enjoyed tonight's episode of Concerto on Nocturne, our penultimate episode of the season. Holy shit! That was awesome. That was really fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's about that time, kiddies, for us to say goodnight to you. So go on with your Dracula selves. Have a great night. And I have been Conry. With me from Austin.
Fox?
From Mass.
Riamasa.
From right in front of me.
Basement Joe like Cassandra.
We'll see you guys next time. Go raid World of Darkness. And until we see you again, remember to always stay evil. Good night, everybody.